Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Monday morning the 29th of July and it's a beautiful day here in Northern England. Let me know what the weather's like in your neck of the woods in the comments. So I'm going to talk about the Summer Wells case today. Now this is something that came up in yesterday's live stream. If you didn't see it, it was a Q&A, just any case, any question. And Summer's case came up amongst many others. Some cases that were brought up I've never actually heard of. So it was a very interesting live stream. So we're going to discuss a point that came up in that live regarding Summer Wells. Let's go. So the person asked me, I can't remember who it was, what I thought about the latest post by Don Wells. I'd never seen it. I only check the Find Summer Wells Facebook group if somebody directs me to it, because Tim Mullin, who runs this page, isn't my favourite person. So after the live stream, someone in my Facebook group directed me to this post. And incidentally, if you want to join the Facebook group, the link is in the description to any video. It's a private group, so you have to answer some questions and then you'll get in, just to prevent bots and spam and stuff like that. All right, so this is the post. It was just so odd the day before Summer disappeared that DCS, so Child Protective Services, that's what Children's Protection Services are called in Tennessee. Day before Summer disappeared, the DCS came with a woman I'd never seen before. She kept looking at the upper eaves of the outside of the house, the same spot cameras might be. So the implication that these CPS workers are looking for cameras, and the Wells didn't have cameras at the time, or else we'd have seen exactly where Summer went, maybe, possibly. They didn't have cameras at the time. So this woman's looking up at the eaves. Okay. When it was happening, I remember taking a mental note of it. I can't get that out of my mind. Don Wells. Well, Don and Tim Mullin, their theory is that the CPS kidnapped Summer. Okay, so they came back the day after and kidnapped Summer. And then a month after that, the boys were taken. Right, so Don has been on the news saying that DCS have kidnapped his children. Ridiculous, in my opinion, but Tim has gone so far as to post this detail here of a typical roof. So, yeah, they mean business, don't they? Well, maybe Don has forgotten what he said about the roof last year, but I've not forgotten, and I made a video about it at the time. This is from May 22nd, 2023. The troubling roof incident. All right, let's listen to this. Now, it was Don Wells in an interview with Nana's Angels. Sadly, Nana has since passed away. Very sad. I enjoyed Nana's channel. I enjoyed listening to her live streams. Didn't always agree with what she said, but that makes the world an interesting place, doesn't it? Anyway, Don was on Nana's channel and he said this. Let's start with the last time Don had an interaction with Summer, because allegedly he went out to work early, to work about 45 minutes away in Jonesboro, and Summer was sleeping when he left. So his last interaction with Summer was actually on June 14th. And this is just a few days ago. He had an interview with Nana's Angels. I want to play you what Don said about June 14th. It was just a normal day. They had a great time. Listen.
You can imagine somebody calling CPS and saying, nobody's giving our kids loaded guns to play with, you know. So they dropped that. They, you know, the day before Summer come up missing, they were up there. They seen Summer. They seen the boys riding their motorcycles. The two older boys had motorcycles, and Waylon, I bought him that little electric motorcycle at Walmart, which that's a good little bike. Kids love that thing. But they was just having a blast and showing out in front of the welfare workers. They were happy. Summer was running around, and Everything was just, it was a beautiful, beautiful day, June 14th. And for some reason, Summer asked me if she could get up on the roof of the house.
Right.
And she's never asked that of me before. And I said, no, at first. I said, no. And I thought, well, says, I'll let you get up there, but you have to stay in the center of the roof and be away from the edge and be real careful. And the boys will go up there with you, because we like to go up there because it's a beautiful view up there, up the hill. You can see, a long ways. It's pretty nice. But, so they went up there and they just kind of run a little circle there for a little bit. And then they come down and we settled down and went to bed that night. And that morning when I woke up was the last time I seen her.
Okay, so that's the last memory he has of Summer. CPS are there, kids are playing around, and Summer has to go on the roof. She went up on the roof with the boys because that's something that they did. The CPS closed the case because they didn't see any problem with the family. All right, well, I speculated in this video that maybe Summer had had an accident. The day after, maybe she got up on the roof somehow. Maybe they left a ladder there or something. And she got up there and she fell off. And she fatally injured herself. And before this detail, which Don had never shared before about the roof, I'd never thought an accident scenario was realistic. And honestly, I still don't. It was just something that I was speculating that maybe if Summer had climbed on the roof and had a fatal accident, then that might be one instance why they would cover it up, because, it looks like child neglect. I don't know. It was just a speculation. I don't think it's high up on my list of potential theories, but that's what this video was about. So go and check it out. It's part of my June 15th series, and it's episode 1. I've got a huge playlist of Summer Wells videos if you want to go and check them out. Start at the bottom and work your way up, and I've gone through every possible theory and speculation that there is in this case. But that was Don reciting his last memory of Summer. What a beautiful day June 14th was. And when the CPS workers were there, they just saw the kids playing around. So now, a year and some change later, Don can't get out of his mind the CPS workers were looking up at the eaves of the house to check for cameras. Well, he never mentioned that to Nana's Angels when he was talking about that incident. So it wasn't on his mind then, was it? No, is this a new thing that's on his mind? Okay, so it wasn't on his mind in May 2023. But perhaps the CPS workers were looking up at the roof because the kids were up there. Oh dear, just ridiculous. Honestly, Don, come on now. I mean, look, Summer's been missing for more than 3 years. And maybe Don does wonder what's happened to Summer, assuming that he knows nothing about what happened to her. And honestly, I don't believe he does. I used to think he did. I used to think he was #1 suspect. I don't anymore. But, yeah, this is a stretch. A big, big stretch, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.